Alright, so good morning, BSIT. Welcome to Reading Visual Arts. Again, I am your Professor Ednel Jones for Reading Visual Arts. Again, this Reading Visual Arts is adjusted uh, prior for Information Technology for BSIT, Pamantasan Luzon ng Valenzuela. So, siguro kung merong ibang makakapanood ng video na to na nakapag-take na ng reading visual arts sa subject ko o sa akin, it is very different because medyo tweak natin siya para sa prior sa BSIT. Okay? So, let's begin. Check. Ayan. All right. So, our lesson for this week is reading iconography, no? Iconography. I think you're familiar, you are seeing those icon daily, no? But we have to study the importance of iconography in reading visual arts, and of course reading or part of the your user experience and user interfaces ng art natin, which is the technology, no, as the visual arts. So how do we define reading visual arts? Ang dami pang dumarating. Ilan ba kayo? 40? 41 na, no? Okay, so ayan, sana narinig nyo ako. Okay, so reading visual arts. So let's define first the iconography on art. So the iconography in art is or comes from the Greek word icon or ikon, meaning image. An icon was originally a picture of Christ on a panel used as an object of devotion in the Orthodox Greek Church from at least the 7th century on. Hence, the term icon has come to be attached to any object or image that is outstanding or has a special meaning attached to it. So, yun yung pinaka simula nung definition ng icon, galing sa icon, galing sa Greek word, no? And sabi nga natin, the first original picture of icon is the picture of Christ in a panel. O pag sinabi natin icon, it is something na it is a symbol. It could be a symbol. It is any object, no, or image that is outstanding, and we attach meaning on a certain icon, no, lagi yon. Hindi siya, iconography is more of the imagery, no, although we have icon na nakikita mo sa mga icon sa phone natin. Ayan, we have the icons like those, no, pero hindi dun nagsimula yon. It is more of the imagery and more on the image of the church of the or pictures, images we see in church, 'di ba? Nagsimula to sa church, and we attach a certain meaning towards image, no? So here's an example of The Good and Evil Angels by William Blake, no? It is created 1795, ayan, no, circa 1805. The first question here, it comes to your mind, no, when you see the good and the evil angels, is what makes something, an image, be good on, and what makes an image be evil, no? Kung papansinin niyo yung image, may kaliwa, may kanan, 'di ba? The question, siguro we ask, no, our head, our mind, ano ba? Sabihin natin the evil is on the left side, no? Yung yung red in color, yung dark in complexion, 'di ba? And we also have yung kanyang parang animoy apoy doon sa kanyang likuran, 'di ba? And idagdag pa natin yung parang what you call this, yung parang tali sa paa nung evil angel, 'di ba? So this are icon, no? These are icons, these are images or signs, symbols, no, that give us idea, no, concept na naging reference natin for our judgment, 'di ba? So because of the color, because of the dark complexion, 'di ba, yung darker shade, no, rather yung shade nung pagka dark nung image, we can associate at that to evil, o being yung evilness, no. And on the other hand, yung the good, 'di ba? Yung good angel naman is you could refer, o yung pwede mong i-point na yung good angel in the image is yung isa na angel na whiter, o yung mas light yung complexion, no? Holding a baby, 'di ba? Holding a small muscular, I think it's a baby, 'di ba? So what makes the image the good, 'di ba? Maybe the color, 'di ba? Yung pagiging blonde ng buhok, although they are both blonde, the hair of the good angel is straight, no? Tas kulot naman yung evil angel. So parang kinakabahan ka na kasi pagkakulot parang ewan ko, parang evil ba 'yon, 'di ba? So those are part of the icon system, no, na sinusunod natin o kaya ay naging reference natin in making judgment towards imagery or pictures, no. So according sa Tate.org, no, in the 8th century, William Blake invented a complex personal iconography to illustrate his vision of man and God, and much scholarship has been devoted to interpreting it. In the 20th century, the iconography of Pablo Picasso's work is mostly autobiographical, while Joseph Beuys developed an iconography of substances such as felt, fat, and honey to express his ideas about life and society. Iconography is also the academic discipline of the study of image in art and their meanings. So, balik tayo dun sa image, no? This is a system of signs, system of symbols. It is a system, no? Meron siya, hindi siya soul, hindi siya iisa, no? Hindi siya alone, kundi it is a system na we we associate certain meanings on a certain signs or symbols. So furthermore, an iconography is a particular range of system or of types of image used by an artist or artists to convey particular meanings. So sinasabi na natin dito na hindi lang siya iisang artist yung gumagamit, kundi maraming artists. They create standards, no? Kailangan standard yung icon, kailangan standard yung range of system of image o types of image para nagkakaintindihan sila, no? Para nagkakaintindihan yung artist at nagkakaintindihan yung viewers, no? For example, in the Christian religious paintings, there is an iconography of image as the lamb, which represents Christ, 'di ba? So when we see lamb doon sa mga image ng mga Renaissance, late Renaissance, post-Renaissance rather, there is an image of lamb, and we we associate the concept of Christ on that lamb, 'di ba? Kasi siya yung tupa na inialay, 'di ba? The dove, 'di ba? Yung concept ng dove as the Holy Spirit, 'di ba? Yung when we see pictures or images from the churches, 'di ba? Na merong kalapate na nasa ibabaw ng isang tao, no, 'di ba? So we call that we associate that as a Holy Spirit because there are some concepts that are very theological that we don't know how to picture the theory, no? That the concept, we don't know how to picture that, no? So we associate images, no, or signs and symbols doon sa concept na yon for us to understand it, o kaya as an artist to make that concept understandable doon sa viewers mo, 'di ba? Halimbawa, yung truth, katotohanan, 'di ba? Yung katotohanan, wala namang imahe ang katotohanan. Wala naman siyang direct wala naman siyang direct image, no? No one sees katotohanan, 'di ba? So ang ginagawa natin, we associate certain things, no? Na makapagsabing this is katotohanan, 'di ba? Love, faith, 'di ba? Meekness, ano pa ba? Marami pa 'yon. Fear, 'di ba? So those are concept na walang images. So ang ginagawa natin, we associate, we create icon for those, no? As an artist uses those icons so that they can imply o kaya ay send off those concept doon sa kanilang viewers. So that's the purpose of iconography. Now, when we in the iconography of classical myth, however, the presence of a dove would suggest that any woman also present would be the goddess Aphrodite or Venus. So the meanings of particular images can depend on context. So in iconography, context is very important. Context in a sense na cultural context, no, societal context, and so on. Kasi kung hindi alam ng society, hindi alam ng viewers o ng users yung context ng isang icon, no, ng isang image o ng isang signs and symbols dun sa isang image, maaring iba yung pagkakaintindi niya o hindi niya maintindihan yung image. Katulad lang yan ng pagka-familiar natin with the Catholic or the Roman imagery ng ating ng our religious imagery, 'di ba? Yung concept ng Christ, 'di ba? Yung itsura ng Christ doon sa napako, 'di ba? Itsura nila Mary, 'di ba? Itsura ng mga apostles. So, meron tayong set ng ganun. So, those are set of signs, 'di ba? Sa apostol, even the apostles has their own signs, 'di ba? Katulad nung may isang apostol na may dalang manok, yung isang may aso, yung mga ganun. So those are signs, those are iconographic signs na ginawa for us to understand the difference, no, na ito yung tinutukoy, yung specification nung isang icon na yon compared sa iba pang icon. Kasi nga ang daming apostol, ang daming, syempre we have God, 'di ba? Kapag nakita mo naman yung mga imagery ng Buddhist na religion, 'di ba? Iba rin yung mga itsura ng mga Diyos doon, iba rin yung sa mga kila Vishnu, sa iba pang relihiyon. So iba't ibang set of or system of range of system of image kada relihiyon, 'di ba? So ganyan yung concept. So iconography is very important. Kasi nga in imagery, in the visual arts, without iconography, mahirapan tayong intindihin yung imagery. Nai-gets ako na. Nasundan niyo ako, guys? Diyan pa kayo? Sagot. Yan. Sige, alright. So now we move doon sa foundation of iconography in IT, no, information technology, no. An icon, no, so we go with the iconography, no. Nagsimula tayo sa iconography of art, now we go with the iconography of IT, no, kasi may iconography sa IT, and that is the usage of icon, no, sa ating mga devices, doon sa user experience, user interfaces na ginagamit natin. Since maimbento yung technology, icon is very important, or icon is there because icon is a short image, 'di ba? Na mas pinapadali niya yung bagay-bagay, hindi na kailangang gawing text yung bagay-bagay, kundi magkaroon lang ng icon and universally the users can understand it. So an icon is a compact symbol that represents a discrete object, action, or idea. No, again, it is a discrete a compact symbol. No, compact symbol, ibig sabihin, pag nakita mo to, yun na yun, no? Discrete object, action, or idea. Icons are meant to be read at a glance and are typically created on a square 1x1 canvas. So kaya napapansin mo, dapat yung mga icon is more on square-ish yung kanilang canvas, para madaling ilagay, madaling ipwesto doon sa pangailangan. Kasi kung iba-iba yung size ng icon at pahaba siya, mahihirapan yun sa pagde-design o kaya sa coding sa programming nung mga program, no? Mahirapan yung programmer. Kasi nga mahirap yung pag-aayos kung hindi square 'yon. 'Di ba? Mas madaling magsalansan kung square lahat ng bagay, 'di ba? Kaysa naman yung iba-iba yung sizes. So icons employ visual metaphors to speed comprehension by transferring properties from something we already understand. So icons katulad nga nung sa iconography, kung kumbaga those are from the image, no? It is also visual metaphors. Ibig sabihin, to speed comprehension, mas mabilis nating maintindihan, nanggaling din siya sa mga bagay na common sa atin, no? So they are transferring properties from something we already understand. For example, this is an icon for the alarm clock. So simple lang yan, galing yan sa literal materials alarm icon represent classic mechanical alarm clock. So ito yung classic mechanical alarm clock, yung merong batingting, di ba? So, yan din yung pinagsimula ng icon na meron tayo sa ating mga cellphones, no? And some are very outdated pero nakasanayan na kasi, no? It is a standard. Therefore, hindi natin siya tinanggal. So, like the save icon, it is from the floppy disk. Diba? Di ko alam kung naabutan nyo pa to, nagamit nyo ba to? Siguro naabutan nyo to pero di ko alam kung nagamit nyo, no? So floppy disk is used to be an item where we save files. Now, in saving files, the floppy disk became the icon of saving, save action also for save action or saving files. Okay, some are arrows, no? So, we use a little more of a complex, more an abstract rather. So we have here the icon of shuffle and refresh, di ba? So pag umikot ng ganyan yung arrow, it is a refresh, like do it again, no? And the shuffle is yung lines na nagpapapalit-palit, so they are shuffling. So therefore those two became the icon for shuffle and for refresh. Okay? So again, these are not just image, but they are more on the action, no? Commands, yan. That's why we said that discrete object or action or idea. Yan, magiging common naman sa inyo yan. Nagpe-Facebook naman kayo, and those Facebook has many actions too, or symbols rather, and icons too. Okay, so icons are found everywhere in public transit, dashboards, household appliances, and digital applications. So they help us navigate, warn us, trigger actions, and show status. 'Di ba? So tatlong bagay yung icon. Apat yung bagay ng icon, yung purpose ng icon, help us navigate, 'di ba? Imaginein mo kung walang symbols o walang icons yung iyong paglalakbay when you go to the new place without icons, 'di ba? Paano na, naligaw ka na, 'di ba? So it's a wayfinder. So icon help us find way around physical and digital spaces, 'di ba? The arrows going left, going right, forward, backward, 'di ba? Yung icons yung CR sa yung elevator. Ayun. So the icons are very helpful in wayfinding. Icons are also warnings, helpful in terms of warning signs, 'di ba? On the road, icons inform and warn us dangers ahead, pedestrians, deer, construction, switchbacks, 'di ba? Sa Pilipinas, pedshing, 'di ba? Pedshing. Akala mo may sinong Chinese 'yon? It is a pedestrian crossing, 'di ba? Akala mo sino pedshing? Sino kaya 'yon? Yung pala pedestrian crossing. Talagang Pinoy no. Anyway, saka yung yung hindi rin maintindihan yung no littering. Ayan, yung no littering na ano kaya yun? Hindi naman nagle-lettering eh. 'Di ba? So, still yung those even in words, kahit nasa words sila, 'di ba? Nasa text format sila, they are considered as an icon, no? Yung lalo yung X as a crossing, no? Very very helpful. And also the triggering action, so in UX and user interface, so icons are very important in suggesting what to do next, no? Or what should I do, what can I do doon while using the program or the application. So, ayan, the hamburger menu, yung tatlong yan, hamburger menu ang tawag diyan, no? And we have the search for a file and select items, yan, open overflow menu. So, may hamburger menu, may overflow menu. Yung tatlong dot. Yan. So, overflow menu ang tawag diyan. And toggle list or grid view. Ayan. So, they are common doon sa mga applications. And again, those are icons that are very important kasi sinasuggest sa atin kung ano yung pwede mong magawa doon sa isang program. Kapag wala yung mga yan, para kang lutang, ano gagawin ko? So, ayan. And of course, showing us the status. No? Pagka itong eyes na yan, yung eye na yan, yung eye, means visible. Pagka naging ganito, yung parang mayroong cross na may vertical line dun sa eye, it is not visible or yung visibility is off. And status in the battery, di ba? Ayan, pag napansin mo na wala nang laman, wala nang black area, it is malapit nang maubos, di ba? 10%, 50, 75, mga ganun, or 80, and then full charge. Ayan. So, status are very important, no? Sorry. Showing status is very, very important. Therefore, icon are very important too. So, context is key. Sabi natin, context is key because like the iconography in imagery, na kung hindi mo alam yung pinagmulan o yung ibig sabihin ng icon na yon o nung image na yon o signs na yon sa isang painting, mahirapan ka maintindihan. No, ganun din sa icon sa user interfaces and the user experiences. No? Kasi kapag hindi ka familiar sa icon na yon, parang ang malilito. Ano ba yung purpose? Ano ba ang trabaho nito? 'Di ba? So that's why we really are into standard icons, no? Kapag gumawa na kayo ng programs nyo at nag-design na kayo ng user experience or user interfaces nyo, kailangan kayong sumunod doon sa standard icons. Kasi alam mo yun, pwedeng mag-create ng confusion doon sa users, 'di ba? Ayan. So, there are two things: layout impacts clarity and culture influence the context. So, layout is very important, no? The layout nung order nung icons are very important. Pag napansin mo yung Facebook, may left to right, may icons. Iba yung nasa left area, iba yung nasa right area, 'di ba? Yun ang Facebook. Yan, meron kang navigation bar sa taas, 'di ba? Meron kang home, meron kang this is groups, watch, pages, notification, ganun yung Facebook, 'di ba? And then the hamburger menu, 'di ba? So, order is very important, no? Layout 'yon. Yun yung layout. So, the clearer the layout, no, the easier for the user to navigate, no? Kapag mas complex, alam mo yun, yung lahat na lang icon, tapos na-overwhelm ka na, 'di ba? Sakit sa ulo. Try to imagine a desktop full of desktop icons, 'di ba? So, hindi mo na alam ngayon kung alin sa alin. Tapos try mo ngayon bago-baguhin yung order niya. 'Di ba? Yung sortation. Try mong bago-baguhin. 'Di ba nakakalito? Dati nasa kaliwa to, ngayon nasa kanan na. Yung nasa taas to dati, ngayon nasa baba na. So ngayon, hindi ganun yung ginagawa mo. Yung ganun ay kabaliktaran ng pinaka-purpose ng icon. Kailangan in the first glance pa lang makita mo agad, no? Malaman mo agad. Ganun yung purpose ng icon. So ngayon, kung pabago-bago ng pwestuhan o ng layout yung mga icons, ano yan, nakakalito yan, 'di ba? So, parang ano lang yan, 'di ba? Try to imagine, dati yung Facebook, 'di ba? Ilang beses kung magpalit ng layout yung Facebook. Tapos naiinis ka kasi bago na naman yung layout ng Facebook. May, 'di ba? Parang hindi ito yung Facebook na nakasanayan mo. Yung ganung concept. So, layout impacts clarity and layout is very important. So, So for example here, this is a simple layout, no, ng isang UI. So simple lang, may personal information. We have here the icon of a user. Payment and payouts, we have like a money here. Notification is a bell. Travel for work, di ba? Switch to hosting. Yan, host and experience. Yan. So ang ginawa niya rito, may text and then merong icon. It is very effective in a sense na you give the meaning nung icon instead na yung standard meaning lang nila, no? So nag-associate ka na ng meaning, direct association ng meaning doon sa icon. Ayun yung ginagawa mo. So, and then the user will be familiarized, will get familiar with these icons na sa susunod hindi na nila binabasa itong information, hindi na nila binabasa itong text. They just see or look at these icons and then use your program, no? Mas mabilis. Ayan. And of course, culture is context. Culture affects or impacts context. Yung context natin, this is societal context, alam mo yun, cultural context, ayan. Ito yung common na gamit nating I, no? Pero there are many versions of eyes, no, na pwedeng maging symbols or icons. No, katulad nito, this is what do you call this? Hamsa. Itong nasa gitna. Yung nasa gitna na icon is a hamsa. No, it is a very common in the Middle East and North Africa. Ayan, yung kamay na may mata. No, sa hamsa. And then this one, medyo creepier version of icon is Ribos. Ayan. Yan, yung IBM Playful in the Ribos, the Eye of Horus. Ayan. Yan. So, they are different, though. Again, because they are different in layout, because they are different in itsura, no, in looks, 'di ba? So maybe causes difference in meaning, you know. So context is the key. Context is the key. Always be the key. Kailangan kilala mo yung user mo, kilala mo yung gagamit, 'di ba? Parang artist 'yan. Ikaw yung artist and you have to consider your viewers na kailangan itong ginagawa ko maintindihan ng users. Kailangan maintindihan ng viewers ko. Kasi kung hindi maintindihan ng viewers mo, sayang yung ginagawa mo, 'di ba? So that's the thing. So context is key. Though fluid in meaning and fluid in aesthetic icons, aesthetic icons remain a time-tested tools. It's hard to imagine a world without them at their best icons. So read fast, ano yung purpose niya? 'Di ba? You can read fast through icons, save space, 'di ba? Square lang siya, maliit lang, pero madaling mabasa. Draw attention to important content and language agnostic. Ibig sabihin, it is very universal na kahit iba't ibang lahi, iba't ibang lengguwahe can understand it. Okay? Plus, you have to be consistent with the culture of users you will be engaging with, since a wrong icon set to them will make your program ineffective. 'Di ba? Kapag set of icon mo mali-mali o kaya ay iba-iba yung meaning, wala sa standards, pwedeng maging ineffective yung program mo. Okay? So, I guess that's the lesson for this week, no? Thank you so much for listening, no? Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I'll give instructions doon sa GC natin. Okay? So, thank you so much again and have a nice day. BSITs.